Dude, they tell me you're not going to get any, like the end of sleep. And it's like, I don't get sleep now. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm putting on my set and I press record. Oh, but this is just a bumper. Damn it. I forgot to press record in here. And I have music playing so loud in here. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Jeremy Run. Welcome back. I don't have the time, but the interview that we just had with Justin Mitchell from Yak, raised 10 million, etc., helped me shame Zapier. We'll be doing that more and more, but we cut it up. We cut two pieces up. So we cut it into two pieces because there was one segment of it that was really great about becoming a parent while building a startup. And kind of the ebbs and flows of that. Like, I'm weirded out by all of it. I'm not yet a parent, but I'm becoming a parent. So, and he's been a parent now for a couple of years. And he explains it, and you can kind of see just like my weirdness around it. I don't have this light on. I'm just doing this bumper really fast. But I hope you enjoy it. Also, like and subscribe. I need to hear the comments. If you like, subscribe, and then comment in here, I'm gonna enter you into a raffle to get our new t-shirts that say Task Magic on it. So for those of you who always see me wearing this this V1 shirt, which is our technically the old company name now, but now it's Task Magic. So same company. I will send you a shirt. You pay for shipping, but I'll send you it. And we'll go from there. So let me know. We're gonna have some cool shirts, and I'm gonna release them here later. And I'm gonna send out some free ones to you guys, especially if you come from AppSumo. If you come from AppSumo, tell me in here, okay? But I hope you enjoy this: how to be a parent while building a startup. By the way, dude, speaking of my lovely wife, did I tell you this? Our first baby is in December coming.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I was going to ask if kids were on the horizon. That was on my list for today.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. That will drastically change your life.
I'm weirded out by it.
I think there's a lot of negative dad energy where people are like, "Oh, it's going to destroy your life. You won't have any free time anymore." Like, dude, my kid is the best part of my day. Like, absolutely the reason why I do everything I do. So like, it did not have any negative impact on my life. If anything, it just made me feel like anything here is worth it. So I love being a dad. I think you're going to love it too. Cause it's so fun to create product and have impact on users' lives and see, hey, I can make this thing and it's going to be successful. It's so much cooler to have a child that you get to teach things. And like the first time that they dude, right now, like he does all these like animal sounds. So he'll be like, "What's a cat say?" And he'll go, "Meow." Oh, yeah. And dumbest thing in the world, but you're just like, that's so cool. Like, I taught him that, like, silly stuff. One of the first things he ever learned to do was to go, da-da-da-da-da-da. So we'll do that back and forth to each other in the car. And it's the stupidest ever. But like, I taught him that, and I feel like super accomplished by teaching him that. And he knows that I taught him that, so he knows that I think it's funny when he does it.
Yeah, that you think it's funny.
Right. So like, he does it because he knows that I enjoy it. And dude, you're gonna love being a dad. It is not at all, in my opinion, what a lot of people told me it was. Like, a lot of people were just like, "Oh man, you'll never sleep again. You'll never be able to go out to eat again." Like, I don't know. We have a pretty good kid in general. Like, he sleeps into like 10:30 a.m. every morning.
There you go.
But we kind of trained him to do that. So
what time does he go to sleep?
Like 7:38.
Oh, dude, he sleeps through the night like that.
Yeah. No wake ups.
That's like having no kid.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dude, so my philosophy, one, I love you, you know that, and that is so amazing to hear as some words of encouragement, because like for me, I'm weirded out by the whole thing, because it's like Holly and I have been together for 15 years. So it's like
me and my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So 15 years before you had a kid.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Which that's
a long time to be with somebody. Yeah.
it's a long time to be just you and still
Yeah.
have the option of kids,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
So like it was like 14 years, and so it's like she's coming on. She, by the way, I guess I should just tell you,
Hey,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, girl dad, I guess, or future girl.
You know what? I thought I wanted that. I got a boy, and I'm happy either way. So
Yeah,
you
you
get,
never,
and you don't complain.
yeah, you can love love that show, by the way.
Why are you weirded out though?
Because of this. Because like for the longest time, for 14 flipping years, man, it has been Holly and I against the world.
Yeah.
Our little army of two, right? Going here, moving here, doing this, like moving all over the country, like back and forth across the country, like getting it, having every concrete step as like an adult, like adulting together, like
Yeah.
we graduated college
Yeah.
together,
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah.
like
You have
everything.
those milestones.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously we met in college. So you're
Yeah.
like, and I mean, literally survived. Like most people at this point kind of like grow apart, or like I feel
Yeah,
so
but
lucky.
you're saying the exact reason why having a kid's awesome, because having a kid is another one of those milestones. And let me tell you, man, like that will bring you together. Like, not that my wife and I were not close before we had a kid, but like we will go to bed at night and just like talk about how amazing our kid is
Yeah,
for 20 minutes.
yeah,
And we'll
okay.
be like, man, we love that guy. He's so awesome. And like the amount of just like, it's almost like having a business partner all of a sudden, right? Like, I'm assuming she doesn't work for the company, right? Like, this
Oh
is
no,
your
I
thing,
would never
right?
allow her.
Exactly. And me and my wife could never work together either, right? We would bite each other's heads off,
Yeah,
but, or I would just be really mean all the time. And I don't want that. But like when you have a kid, it's like you have no choice in the matter of all of a sudden you have a business partner and you have this baby that you're taking care of together. And it
yeah.
ends up just like, it's insane how much you guys start to just like meld even more than you were before. Like I've never been closer to my wife than since my kid was born.
That is a ringing endorsement for my exact scenario, which I love. I love
Yeah.
that POV because like I kind of backed into it with, dude, what when I get weirded out or I feel it's not stress, it's not like the word is not excited. The word is not like, ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's not the truth. The truth is like I am I am ready to shoehorn her in our life. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like I'm not going to change what I do, right? Like I know I need to put my mask on before I put on anyone else. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're going in a you're in a
I
fall.
don't think that I changed my life at all. I mean, I would say like be prepared for the first 3 weeks to be like really rough. And send me your
Oh,
actual due date and stuff, because I have a letter that I will send you that is like basically all the pro tips that you need to have to be successful, like day before, day of, and like 3 weeks after. It totally saved my and I highly recommend it. So I'll give
oh,
you like a whole thing, and it'll just talk through like how to take care of your wife, how what to do and not to do,
all
essential
right.
items that you should buy ahead of time, and then also send me your address because I'll ship you some stuff.
Okay.
Because like it'll seriously make your life so much easier. Because I think like the first 3 weeks was like, yes, I like legitimately took off work and like my
Wow.
sleep schedule was completely changed. But like once we got past that kind of like initial like month of him, like I wouldn't say that like my life has changed that much. I mean, my wife is a full-time mom, so like she's at home all the time with him, but I also work from home.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, my highlight of my day is opening my office door and having my kid bum rush to hug me because I finally like exited my office. Like that is like the
Wow.
thing I look forward to more than anything.
Wow, dude.
I still work just like I normally would. I do
I
a lot of work on my
will
phone,
caveat
but
your entire story with this. You're a better human being than I am. Just
bullshit.
just that. Like I do like that like I do my kid will be the
You will change to be the same level of human as me when you
wow,
have that kid in
okay,
your
all
arms,
right.
man. I
That's an
swear to
interesting
God,
all
you
right,
would
all right.
have to have a heart of stone to not. Like
Yeah.
they melt your heart. They totally change your perspective. Like one of my favorite quotes, Ryan Reynolds is on this like Tonight Show thing, and he's like, "Man, when I met Blake, my wife, I thought I will do absolutely anything for her. I love her more than anything. And then I had my first daughter, and my first thought was, I will shove my wife in front of a bus if it means saving my daughter's life. And it's so true. Like once you have your kid, it is incredible how much that completely shifts your perspective on like what's important in life and like what are the things that I'm thinking about. And that didn't like detract from my desire to be successful in my business at all. If
Yeah.
anything, it made me want things, want more things for better reasons, right? Like now instead of me wanting to do something for fame and, you know, kudos on the internet, it's like, no, I want to leave my kid like a company and a legacy and a nest egg. And I want to show him how amazing of a business owner I can be. So just like it shifts your perspective, man. Once you hold that kid, and to be honest, like don't feel about feeling anxious or whatever, confused even about like the birth. It none of it clicked until the moment the kid was in my arms.
Really?
Nothing. Like it was not even like it wasn't that I was not excited about it, but I had told my wife early on, like I don't care if I ever have kids. I want to adopt or foster. So like I don't care if I ever really have my own bio kid. It's not important to me.
Yeah.
The moment that kid exits, man, you're like, this is everything. This is the only thing that matters in my life. And like, it's crazy how much that changes your
Dude,
perspective.
so that's what. So I don't. Okay. So this is funny. So here's a weird level of it, right? Where I'm hoping I get a degree, at least a degree of that. I really am.
Yeah.
There's also like a swath of predominantly male people who are about that earlier on, and you and I have talked about this, about like what it takes to be great at something. The
Okay.
sacrifice,
Yeah.
are you nice, and are you too nice? Are you do you need to be an to get to
Yo,
somewhere?
yeah. The whole billionaire
Yeah, yeah,
mindset.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know I need to hold, because you can kind of float off if you don't hold to a certain core, like few core tenets. Like I want my child to know I love her. Like that's it. I want that. I
Yeah.
want them to be listened to, right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure they feel comfortable to tell me anything. And I want to be there as much as I can, right? When I'm there, I'm present, right? I'm not
Yeah.
on my phone or whatever. But like there are certain demands of achieving greatness where it's like you have that. Let's just take a book tour, right? Whatever. You have this book tour that's 3-4 weeks where you're not home, right? And you're like, you either have that New York Times bestselling where you're slutting yourself about at bookstores or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never done this. But like where you are physically not home, right? And that kid
I
is at
I
school.
I limit my travel now for sure. And that is
Right. Yeah.
not because it is not because I feel like I need to or I should. It's because when I'm on a trip, I hate it more than anything when I'm
No, I
not home.
know. That's what I'm saying. So,
So
like, it's because you want to, not you feel
yeah,
like you have to. You
yeah.
want to be home. And that is the downfall,
Dude,
right? Like,
I'm going on vacation starting Sunday and we're doing no kids. We are already having a internal debate of like, will it be
oh,
super relaxing that we don't have Ace with us, or it will be like depressing that he's not there with us?
wow. You're
And
going to spend the entire time talking about him.
we are gonna be FaceTiming home to see
Yeah.
the kid. 100%.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
that already. But it'll still be relaxing. But it's again, it's like one of those things that really changes your perspective. Like I love going to Vegas. I'm sorry, I love going to Vegas. It's so much fun for me.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas by myself on a layover that I'd like kind of purposefully tweaked that way. So I had a long layover in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I hated it. I hated every moment of it. I was like, I just want to be home.
Really?
Like I have free time right now. I'm not doing anything. I would rather just be home chasing my kid around the house than playing poker at this table right now. Like it just wasn't
Wow.
the same. I don't know, man. It totally changes your brain chemistry in the way. And you know, like my best friend told me that for like the first like 2 years of his kid's life, he just really didn't feel attracted is the wrong word. Not like didn't really feel connected. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Connected to his kid for like 2 years. It happens.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is so different than my experience, but like it's a very normal experience, especially for guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, you know, don't feel guilty about it either. But I would say that like I have absolutely no doubt. Like, is your wife going to be full-time mom at home?
No, I
Are
don't think
you?
she can do it.
She's not going to quit job.
No,
Okay.
no.
So, are you going to do daycare?
Dude, I live a block and a half from my office. I just go, I'm gonna take her with me.
Okay.
I don't know. Dude, I know what I'm telling you, I'm really dedicated on this playpen over here in my I have this whole space to myself, this whole space. So it's like everyone else is down the hall. So
Yeah.
you're like, I'm just gonna bring her in here. Like I'm just gonna
When
strap her to me and
she's
walk her here.
really less than a year, that won't be a problem. Once she hits like year and a half, two, they're mobile at that
Well, but
point.
then daycares are cheaper at 15 months, right?
Yeah. So you may end up having to do daycare. I'm fortunate
Because
that
for
my wife
toddlers,
is a full-time mom at home. Um, but I tell you what, never in the last 2 years, not a single time, even when he was initially born, have I ever felt like my business has ever suffered because I was spending time on him. Like my favorite thing about the way that we interact is, and it pisses my wife off all the time because I am the bunch of fun that happens in 10-minute bursts randomly throughout the day.
oh yeah,
Right. So like I'll exit the office and I'll go chase him around for 10 minutes. And he is
yeah,
just like, this is the most fun I've had all day. And
yeah,
then he's just like, mom is chopped liver because I
yeah,
was this incredibly concentrated amount of
yeah,
amazingness just for
yeah,
like 10
right.
minutes.
And like
But yeah, like
you,
it's
you,
never affected my ability to execute ever.
that's all I hear from that. That's what I hear. Oh, you know what to focus on now, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I'm not good at focus. You know what
Neither
I
am
mean?
I. Neither am I.
All right,
Definitely
dude.
not a skill set of
What
mine.
you're saying is like is sweet, sweet tunes to my ears.
I'm telling you, man, you're going to love it. Everybody poo-pooed it for me, and once I
Really?
got into it, I was like, I don't know what you guys were smoking. This is amazing.
Wow, dude. That for me, I think is very helpful. Like,
I hope you love it, man. And like I said, I'll send you this list. It has a lot of like things you can do for Holly, things you can do for the baby, things you should buy that will make your life easier. Like just like, dude, swaddling the baby early on was just like the worst experience ever. And we got
mhm.
these like really simple zip up swaddles, and it like completely changed my sleep game. Like I
Oh,
went
really?
from like babies waking
Your
up every
sleep game.
20 minutes. Yeah, because it's the baby wakes up every 20 minutes and you're miserable, to the baby's now sleeping 3-4 hours at a time and I'm actually getting to rest finally. Um, but like it was awesome. I loved every moment of it. I used to work late at night with a hoodie, and I would zip him up into my hoodie and lay him on my chest. And then I had like a table tray with my keyboard and mouse on it so that I could work with him asleep on my chest
Yes,
inside of a.
dude. That's also the stuff where I'm like, yeah, I'll shoehorn her in.
Yeah, you make it work, man. You you
Right.
you you make it work. And that it is like, this is gonna sound so cheesy, but like I feel like entrepreneurs make the best dads because they know how to balance multiple things at the same time, especially founders, not like an engineer, but like an actual founder,
Yeah.
because you know how to balance multiple things at the same time. And you can be good at being distracted, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because we're
Agreed.
not 100% focused on anything at any time.
Learning one thing, yeah.
We're like good at
Yeah.
having a baby in the middle of a meeting
Yeah,
and,
sure.
like still actually succeeding in the meeting.
Like that's what's it. Like people, the one thing people are like, oh, dude, like the negative, whatever you call it, the negative people or whatever
Negative
it was.
Nancy's.
Negative Nancy is fine.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they tell me you're not going to get any, like the end of sleep, and it's like, I don't get sleep now.
I know, right? Like I don't sleep well as it is.
Like,
It didn't
yeah,
change my life at all.
right. The reason what crying at night, I cry at night. So like, you listen to my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come
100%. No,
and
I'm
do what
totally with you
I'm
on that
doing.
exact thing. I didn't sleep well before the baby. You think it really
Yeah,
changed my life that much?
yeah,
Like
correct.
not at all.
I'm gonna get the same tireless nights because at least I have an excuse to be up at night where it's like I cannot sleep and
What's funny is I told my wife at the beginning, I was like, I am actually weirdly doing more than I did before the baby. Like I played like 2 PlayStation 5 video games like all the way through and like beat them. And it was like the first time I'd like sat and played games for like the longest time. And I did so much work because I was up taking care of the baby at night. And since
oh,
I had something to do and I couldn't be like lazy because I had the baby, I ended up actually being like incredibly productive. So I was like beating
Wow.
video games and like building more side startup hustles and like doing all this stuff because I was up and about and doing things because I was engaged. I actually got more work done once I had a kid than
Wow.
before. It was a weird side effect.
Dude, I love you so much.
Always a
Everything
blast to talk, dude.